sweeter boss. I am arrived here unto fruitful embody, the pleasant garden of great Italy. And with my father's love, and leave him on, with his good will and thy good company. My trusty servant, well approved and all. Here, let us breathe and happily institute a course of learning and ingenious study. But Stranio, for the time I study, virtue, and that part of philosophy will I apply the truth of happiness, by virtue specially to be achieved. Now tell me thy mind, for Pisa left, then to Padua comes, as he that leaves a shallow flash to plunge him in the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Me perdonato, gentle mastermind. I am at all affected as yourself, and glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let us be no stoics nor no stocks, I pray. No profit is grown where no pleasure is taken, son. In brief, study what you most affect.
Gramercy's lad, well to start by. Now, if being jealous that word come ashore, we can at once put us in readiness and find lodgings fit to entertain such friends as the time in Padua shall beget. But stay a while with company.
Ah, master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, it poor me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngster daughter before I have a husband for the elder. Now, if either of you both love Katrina, because I know you well and love you well, leave so you have to court her at your pleasure.
To Carter, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio. Will you any wife?
I pray you, sir! Is it your will to make a sale of me amongst these mates?
Aha! Mates, maid? How do you knew that? No mates for you unless you were of a gentler, milder mold.
If fate, sir, you shall never need to think. A Winston is not halfway to her heart, but if it were, death love her care should be. To comb your noodle with a three-legged stool, paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us. And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good pastime for us. That when to stock mass a wonderful flower. I but in the other time, what he makes mild behavior sobriety.
Peace, Stranio!
Well said, master. Monk, and gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, then I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, get thee in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee nevertheless.
A prithee peace! It is best to put finger in the eye.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure, humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayst hear Minerva speak. Signor Bautista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
What? Do you feel her up? Signor Baptista, hold this the fiend of hell and make her bear a very clever tongue.
Gentlemen, content ye. I am resolved. Bianca, go in. For I know you take a great delight in music, poetry, and instruments. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct to youth, and if you, Hortensio, or you, Signor Gremio, know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind and liberal in mine own children's good bringing up. And so, farewell. Katharina, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
And I trust I may go, too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours and so be like? I knew not what to take and what to leave. Ha!
You may go to the devil's dance. Your gifts are not so good. His none will hold you. Their love is not so great, Hortensio. But we may blow our nails together and fast and fairly out.
Well,
may yet again have access in the fair Bianca, be happy rivals in her love, to labor in effect one thing especially.
Oh, what's that, I pray?
Marry, sir. To get a husband for her sister.
A husband?
Aye.
Nay, devil!
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man is so very fool to be like the hell? I had his leave. Take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But since this barren law makes us friends, it shall be so far forth friendly maintained, until, by helping Baptiste's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest daughter free for a husband, and then up to it afresh. He who runs the fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Guerrero?
I am agreed. And would I have given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
Sir, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love and idleness. And now in plainness I do confess to thee that art to me a secret. Oh, Tranio, I'll burn, I'll pine, I'll perish. Oh, Tranio, if I achieve not that young, modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, it is no time to charge you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love has touched you, naught remains but so. Redimi te captum quam quies minimo.
Gramercy, lad, go forward. Discontent. The rest will comfort for thy counsel sound.
Master, you look so longingly upon the maid. Perhaps you marked not what is the pith of all.
Oh, yes. I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Ah, saw you no more. Marked you not how the elder sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears could hardly endure the din?
Oh, Tranio. I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw.
Nay, 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 that 'tis time to wake him from his trance. I pray, sir, awake. If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. Her elder sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father is rid of her, master, your love must live a maid at home. And therefore has he closely mewed her up, because she will not be annoyed with suitors.
Oh, Tranio, what a cruel father's he. But art that not advised she took some care to get her cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, marry am I, sir. And now, 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio!
Master, for my hands, both for adventures meet is up in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster, and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It did! May it be done?
Not possible. For who shall bear your part and be here in Padua, Vincentio's son? Keep his house, ply his books, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them?
Foster content thee, for I have it full. We have not been seen in any house, nor can we be distinguished by our faces for man or master. Ha ha! But it follows thus, that thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Keep house and court and servant as I should. I with some other bees, some Florentines, some Neapolitans, or meaner man of Pisa. This passion shall be so. I once encased thee, sir. Take my colored cloak, my colored cap. Be extremely watchful when it comes to my cap,
I will,
Tranio.
sir. Trust me, indeed.
Quickly.
Quickly, sir, before some of the noble people of Padua come forth to see us. Sir, before I forget, I shall need your bags. Your money bags, that is.
But be watchful with these. Do not spend too much in one place.
Sir, trust me. I have been your servant for many a year now. Now that Biendello rascal, I warrant you should watch him. But here's your cake and your hat, sir.
When Biendello comes, he waits on thee, but I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. And since it your pleasure is, I am tied to be obedient. or so your father charged me at our party. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, though I think it 'twas in another sense. I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I do love Lucentio.
And be so, Tranio, because Lucentio loves. And let me be a slave to achieve that young maid, whose sudden sight has thralled my wounded eyes. Ah, here comes the rogue. Sarah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now? Where are you? Master!
Hath my fellow Tranio stolen your clothing?
Oh, you is! Oh, both! Pray, what news?
Sarah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, and therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, hath put on my apparel and my countenance, and I, for my escape, have put on his. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and fear I was described. Wait you on him, my charge was become, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Aye, sir. Never a whit.
But not a dot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
Well, the better for him. Would I was so too. So could I, faith. Boy, to have the next wish after, that Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But, sirrah, not for my sake, but for your master's, I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kinds of company. When I'm alone, why then I am Tranio. But in all places else, your master Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One more thing rests that I self execute, to make one among these Moors. Though ask me why, suffices my reasons are both good and weighty.
Verona, for a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, but of all, my best beloved and approved friend Hortensio. And I trow this is his house. Here, should I, Grumio? Knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Is there a man that has refused your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, so it's my sir. Well, I should knock you here, sir.
Villain, I say knock me at this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock your name's plate.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then I know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Face, sirrah. You knock, I'll ring it.
Oh, well, master's dead, my master's mad!
You sit up, villain!
What? My old friend Grumio! And my good friend Petruchio! How do you all in Verona?
Senor Hortensio, come you to part the fray. Contuto il fiore ben trovato, may I say.
Alla nostra casa benvenuto. Molto onorato, mio signor Petruchio. But rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay, 'tis no matter, sir. Who would to God that I had well knocked at first, then had not Grumio come by the worst.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, and could not get him for my heart to do it.
Knocking on the gate. Oh, heaven. Spake you not these words plainly. Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, knock me soundly. And come you now with knocking at the gate.
Sirrah, be gone, or talk not, I advise you.
Grumio, patience! Why, Grumio's my ledge! Why, this is heavy chance. Twixt him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant, Grumio. Now tell me now, sweet friend, what Abigail blows you to Padua and inflows Verona?
Such winds as scatter young men throughout the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home where small experience grows. But in a few, good Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I have thrust myself into this maze to thrive and to wive as best I may. Crowns and purse I have, goods at home. and so I come abroad to see the world.
I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is false enough, is that she's intolerable cursed and shrewd and froward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace. Thou knowest not gold's effect. Give me her father's name, and 'tis enough, for I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not rest, Hortensio, until I may see her, and therefore let me be thus bold with you, to give you over at first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
Nay, sir, let them go while he do a laugh.
Harry Petruchio, I must go with thee, for in Baptista's keep my treasure is. None shall have access into Bianca, till Catherine the Cursed hath got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed? Oh, a title for a maid, and of all titles the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me disguised in sober robes to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca, so that I may by this device at least have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unsuspected courter by herself.
Master, look about you. Who goes there?
Tis the rival in my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
A proper straggling and an amaranth.
Very well. I have pursued the notes. Hark you, sir. I have been very fairly bound all books of love. See that at any hand. And see you read no other lectures to her. Over and besides Senior Baptista's liberality, I'll make it with a Longacre. Take your paper too, and have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than the queen herself to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whatever I read to her, I'll plead for you as for my patron. Stand you so assured, as firmly as yourself are still in place. Ye, in perhaps the more successful words, than you unless you were a scholar, sir.
This learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock. What's an ass it is?
Sit down, save you, Signor Gremio!
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Show you whither I am going. To Baptista Minola, I promise to inquire carefully about the schoolmaster for the fair Bianca. And by good fortune, I have lighted well upon this young man, for learning and behavior fit for her turn. He is well read in poetry and books, good ones I warrant you.
'Tis well, and I with a gentleman have promised to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I no whit be behind in duty, the fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deed shall prove.
That this bag shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you who is indifferent, good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met, upon agreement from us to his liking, will undertake to woo cursed Catherine, yea, and to marry her if a dowry please.
So said, so done, and as well. Hortensio, have you told them of all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, then I hear no harm.
No, it says me so. Friend, what countryman?
Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, my fortune lives for me. And I do hope good days and long to see.
Sir, such a life with such a wife was strange. Drive your stomach to the God's name. You'll have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? I'll hang her.
Why came I hither to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ear? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard great ordnance from the fields and heaven's artillery thunder from the sky? Have I not in a pitched battle heard the loud alarums, the neighing steeds, and the you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow to ears when a chestnut in a farmer's squire? Tush, tush! Fear boys with buds.
Oh, he feels none. Hortensio, ha! This man is happily arrived. My mind presumes for his own good and ours.
I promised we would be contributors and bear his charge of wooing whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that we win her. I was sure of a good dinner.
Ah, gentlemen, God save you. Tell me if I may be bold, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minora?
He that has the two fair daughters, is it he or me?
Even he be a no.
Ought you, sir, not he to
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that shines, sir, at any hand, I pray.
I love no China, sir. Biondello, let's away.
Sir, where there you go? Are you suited to the maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, without more words, you will get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray, are the streets not as free for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you know, that she is the choice lover of Signor Gremio.
She is the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. If you be gentlemen, do me this right, and hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman, to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may most suitors have, and me for one. Fair Nida's daughter had 1,000 wooers, and well may one more fair Bianca have. And so she shall. Ha! Lucentio shall make one, though Paris came in hope to speed alone.
What? This gentleman will out-talk us all.
Son, give him head. I know he'll prove the jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, let me be so bold as to ask, have you yet ever seen Baptista's daughter?
No, sir. But here I do that he hath two. The one as famous for the scolding tongue, as the other is for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first is for me. Let her go by.
Yea, leave that great lady to Hercules, and let it be no more than our seas 12.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth? The youngest daughter whom you hearken for, her father keeps of access of all suitors, and will not promise her unto any man, unless the eldest daughter first be wed. The younger then is free, but not before.
If this be so, sir, then you are the one that must stead us all, and me amongst the rest.
Sir, you speak well, and well you do conceive, and since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we all rest generally beholding.
Sir, I shall not be slack. Please ye, we may contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses for an act of heaven, and do as adversaries in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion. Fellows, let's be gone.
The motion's good indeed, Signor. Let's be gone. I shall be your Benvenuto.
Stranger, not with my bag.
No! You're wrong, no! No wrong yourself! To make a bondmaid and a slave of me! Oh, that is a stain! For these other gods, guide my hands wrong. I'll pull them off myself! No! Oh, my wait! My take them! What will this man do I do?
Excellent! No. Stand aside!
Poor girl, she weeps.
Go ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou building of devilish spirits. Why dost thou wrong her that ne'er did wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence louds me, and I'll be revenged!
What? In my sight? Get me in.
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband, and I must dance barefoot on her wedding day, and for your love to her, lead apes in hell. Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep until I can find occasion of revenge.
Oh. Was ever a gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes?
Good morning, neighbor Baptista.
Good morning, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir, pray, have you not a daughter called Katrina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katrina. You are too blunt. Go to an orderly.
You wrong me, Senor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and her bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report, which I so oft have heard. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct your daughter fully in those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant. Pray accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Litio, born in Mantua.
You are welcome, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Catherine, this I know. She is not to turn the more my grief.
Well, I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not, sir. I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name. Old Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
Ha ha, mighty man of Italy. I know him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Petruchio.
Saving your tale, I pray, that us that are poor petitioners speak too. God, you are marvelous forward.
Pardon, Senor Gremio. I would fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your wooing. Neighbor! I have a gift very grateful, I'm sure, to express the like kindness myself that has been kindly beholden to you more than any. Freely I give unto you this young scholar that has been studying at brain, penning in Greek, Latin, and other languages, as the other is in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir. The boldness is mine own, that being a stranger in the city here, to make myself a suitor to your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. And now, you know, towards the education of your daughters, I here bestow this simple instrument and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, sir, then their worth is great.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son to Vincent.
A mighty man of Pisa, I know him well. You're welcome for his sake. Sir, take you the lute. And you the set of books. You shall go see your pupils presently. Hello! With there! May, take these gentlemen to my daughter. Tell them that these are their tutors. Bid them use them well. We will go for a walk in the orchard.
and then to dinner. You are a guest in my house, so I pray you all to think yourself.
Senor Baptista, my business asks to taste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father, and in him me, left Solier to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. Then tell me, good sir, if I win your daughter's love, what dowry will I have with her to wife?
After my death, the one half of my land, and in possession, 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry, I will assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survives in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialities be drawn between us, that covenants may be kept at either hand.
Aye, when that special thing is well obtained for, that is her love. But that is all.
Ha! Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, sir, I am as peremptory as she firm-minded. And where two raging fires meet, they consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, great gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me.
You call yourself a villain!
For I am rough, and woo not like a babe.
Think that wooing happens to that thing, but be all for some unhappy words.
Aye, to the proof that mountains are to winds that stay back, though they flow perpetually.
Oh, why, how now, my friend? Why still look so pale? For fear, I promise you, if I look pale, what, will my daughter prove a good musician? I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lutes. Why, then thou canst not break her to the lute? Why, no, for she has broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering when, with a most impatient, devilish spirit, frets call you these, quoth she, I'll fume with them, and with that word she stroked me on the head. And there I stood as on a pillory, looking through the lute, while she did call me rascal, fiddler, and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as she has studied to misuse me so.
Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. How I long to have some chat with her.
Well, be not so discomfited. Follow me. You will proceed in practice with my younger daughter, for she is apt to learn and thankful for a good turn.
I'll attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail, why then I'll tell her plain, she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown, then I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses, newly washed with dew. If she be mute and will not speak a word, I'll commend her volubility and say that she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as though she bid me stay by her a week. And if she deny to wed, then I'll crave the day when I may ask the band, and when be married. But here she comes now, Petruchio. Speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Katerina. That to talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you will call plain Kate. And bonny Kate. And sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom. Kate of Kate Hall. My super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me. Kate of my consolation, that hearing thy mildness raised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, though not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at the first you were immovable.
What's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you with me, you mean.
Fear it not, Kate, I will not burden thee, knowing thee to be young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be? Should buzz?
Well tamed, and like a buzzard.
You slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
I, for a turtle, he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp. If they... You are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy then is to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In its tongue!
Whose tongue?
Yours! Tongue, tail, and so farewell!
What? With my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again, good Kate. I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear I'll cut thee if you strike me again.
And so may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then no arms.
A herald, Kate? Oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A combless cock. So Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Come, Kate, come, and look not sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is! There is!
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
Oh, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, in sooth, Kate, you escape not so.
I chafe you, my Terry, let me go!
Not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous. Yet slow in speech. Yet sweet as springtime flowers. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Slanderous world.
Go, fool, and whom thou canst command.
Did ever dying so become a grove as take this chamber with her princely gait? Oh, be thou, Dion, let her be Kate, and then let Kate be chaste, and Dion sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore, from my mother wit.
Ugh, a witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chaff aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you will be my wife, and will you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I'm your husband for a turn, and by this light, whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me. For I am he born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Now, Senor Petruchio, how speed you
Hartwell, it were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, Dr. Catherine, in your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Oh, now I promise you have shown a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half-lunatic, a madcap ruffian and swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Give me thy hands, Kate. I will to Venice, to my peril against the wedding day. Provide the feast. Father, bid the guests. I will be sure my Catherine shall be fine.
I don't know what to say, but give me your hand. God send you trouble to you. 'Tis a match. Amen, say we. We'll be witnesses.
Father, wife, and gentlemen, adieu. I must to Venice. We will have rings and things and fine array. And kiss me, Kate. We will be married a Sunday.
Was ever a match clapped up so suddenly? But now, Baptista, we are younger, daughter. Now is the day long looked for. I am your neighbor and was he the first.
And I am one that's loved Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Gray hair, thy love doth free.
Gentlemen, content ye. For on Sunday next, you know, my daughter Catherine is to be married. Ha ha!
Ha!
A vengeance on your crafty with a high. Yet I have faced it with a card of 10. 'Tis in my head to do my master good. I see no reason now, but supposed Lucentio must get a father, called supposed Vincentio. And that's a wonder. Fathers do commonly get their children, but in this case of wooing, a child shall get his sire if I not fail in my cunning.
Ubite hospitavus monte dare, Judilo conte hoc laeta, Daem esse veles et sit latite, Faces de tot et maxime, Bone uno. Judas Petruchio, taketh Katrina to be thy wife.
Ah! By God's Lord!
Oh, the holy cook! Oh, no!
Judas Katrina, taketh Petruchio to be thy husband? I now pronounce them
Gentlemen and friends, I know you think to dine with me today, and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it is. My haste doth call me hence, and here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today before night come. Make it no wonder. If you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most virtuous, beauteous wife. Dine with my father, bring a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay until after dinner, sir.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
You are content to stay.
I am content you shall entreat me stay, and yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Hi, sir. The old tabby's in the horses.
Nay, I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow. Not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. You may be jogging while your boots are green. For me, I will not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom to take it on you at the first so roundly.
Prithee, Kate, content thee. Be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Aye, married, sir. Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not spirit to resist.
The motion's good. They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast. Revel, domineer, carouse full measure to a maidenhead. But for my Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not bid, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my house, my household stuff, my barn, my fields, my ox, my ass. Here she stands. He that stops my way, if thou be a man, fear not wench, I'll fuck
A couple of quiet ones. Went in there quickly. I should die with laughing.
Of all the man mentions, never was the like.
Mistress, what is your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she is madly made.
I warned him. Petruchio escaped him.
Nay, but the French.
Though there is no bride or bridegroom, there wants no junket with the steep. Lucentio, he shall supply the bridegroom's place, and shall Bianca take her sister's room.
Shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it, sir?
She shall, Lucentio. On to the bridal dinner. here, sir. As foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain! You horse-done, malt-horse grudge! Did I not bid thee come meet me in the park and bring along these sniveling wenches with thee?
Yes, sir. Well, Ned's coat, sir, was not fully made. Oh, Josephine's pump? Oh, they were on picket in the hill. Oh, there was no indigo sugar subs hat. Oh, can you buy this?
Go! Go, rascals! Go and fetch my supper in! Where is the life that late I led? Come, Kate, sit you down. And welcome! Come and sit you down, Kate. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or else shall I? What is this? Chicken!
I.
Who brought it?
I.
'Tis burnt, and so is all this meat. What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? How durst you villains bring it thus from the dresser, and feed it me that loves it not? Here, take it you, trenchers, cups, and all! You heedless jokeheads! You unmannered slave!
I beg not!
What? Do you grumble with me? Nay, then I'll be with you straight!
Husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away. Fear it not. Tomorrow it shall be mended. Tonight we'll fast for company. Come, Kate, I'll show thee to thy bridal chamber.
In her chamber, her making a sermon of constancy to her. Oh, and ray of the swears and rape. Oh, a Schaefer, so those not which way to stand. Oh, to look, oh, to speak, and sit as one new risen from a dream. Wait, what is coming here?
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to conclude successfully. I have to man my haggard to make her come and know her keeper's call. Today she ate no meat, nor none shall she eat. Last night she slept not, nor shall she sleep tonight. As with the meat,
some undeserved fault or find about the making of her bed. And this way throw the pillow, here the coverlet, this way the bolster, another way the sheet's eye. And amid this hurry, I'll contend that all is done in reverent care of her. And in conclusion, she shall watch all night. And if she chance to nod, why then I'll rail and brawl, and with a clamor, keep her still awake. This is the way to kill one's wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb a mad and headstrong humor. If any man know better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. 'Tis charity to show. I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I've said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit you in what you read.
What master reads you? First resolve me that.
I profess to read the arts of love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art.
While you, sweet dear, prove mistress to my heart.
Proceed as Mary. Now tell me, I pray, you that dost swear that your mistress Bianca loved none in the world so well as Lucentia.
Oh, despite her love, unconstant womankind, I tell thee, Licio, this is wondrous.
Mistake no more. I am not Licio, nor a musician as I seem to be, but one who scorned to live in this disguise for such a one as leaves a gentleman and makes a god of such a cullion. No, sir, but I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection to Bianca, and since mine own eyes are witness to her likeness, I will with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they kiss and court.
Oh.
Signor Lucencio, here's my hand, and here I do firmly vow never to woo her no more, but to forswear her as one unworthy of all the former favors that I so fondly flattered her withal.
And here I take a like unfeigned oath, never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Oh, fie upon her! See how beastly she doth court him?
Would all the world that he had quite forsworn. For me, but I may surely keep mine oath. I will be married to a rich widow ere 3 days past, who hath long loved me as I loved this proud, disdainful hanger. And so farewell, Signor Lucencio. Kindness in women, not their beauteous looks, show in my love. And so I leave in resolution as I swore before.
Mistress Bianca! Bless you in such a grace that longeth to a lover's blessed case. Ah, nay, gentle love, I have taken you napping and forsworn you with Signor Hortensio.
Franio, you jest. But have you both forsworn me?
Mistress, we have.
Then we are rid of Licio.
In faith, you'll have a lusty widow now that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Aye, and he'll tame her.
He says so, Franio.
In faith, mistress, he has gone to taming school.
A taming school? What? Is there such a place?
Aye, mistress, and Petruchio is master, that teaches tricks 11 and 20 long, to tame a shrew and charm her chattering tongue.
Master! I have watched so long I am dog weary. But at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill. Will serve the turn.
What is he, Biondello?
Oh, master, a mercante or a pedant. I know not what. For formal in apparel and gait in countenance. Oh, surely like a father.
What does him turn you?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to seem Vincentio, and make assurance to Baptista Minola as if he were the right Vincentio. Ah, but take in your love and let me alone.
God save you, sir.
And you, sir. Trouble you far on, or you now at the father?
Sir, at the father's for a week or two, but then at father as far as Rome, and so to Tripoli if God lend me life.
Ah, what countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Of Mantua, sir. Mary, God forbid. And you have come here to Padua careless of your life?
My life, sir? How I pray, for that goes hard.
'Tis death for anyone from Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and our duke for private quarrel betwixt your duke and he has published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis a marvel, but you are newly but come. You had else heard it proclaimed about.
Alas, it is worse for me than so, for I have bills in exchange from Florence, and must here deliver them.
Well, sir, this will I do, and this I will advise you. But first, tell me, have you ever been at Pisa, sir?
Aye, sir. In Pisa I've often been. Pisa, renowned for its grave citizens.
Aye. Among them, know you one Vincentio?
I know him not, but have heard of him, a merchant of incomparable wealth.
He is my father, sir, and sooth to say, in countenance doth somewhat resemble you.
As much an apple doth an oyster, and all one.
To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake, and think it not the worst of all your misfortunes that you are so like Sir Vincentio. His name and his credit shall you undertake, and in my house shall you be friendly lodged. See that you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir? So shall you stay until you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept of it.
Oh, sir, I do, and will repute you ever the patron of my life and liberty.
Go with me now to make the matter good. Ah, this, by the way, I'll let you understand. My father is looked for here every day to pass assurance of a dower in marriage betwixt me and one Baptista's daughter there. But in all these circumstances, I will instruct you. Go with me now to clothe you as becomes you, sir. This way, sir.
Deadly sickness or else present death. Oh, I prithee, go and give me some repast. I cannot but so it be wholesome food.
Well, what say you to a neat foot?
'Tis passing good, oh, I prithee let me have it.
Oh, I fear it is too colored to me. Well, how say you to a fat tripe? Finely royal.
I like it well, good Bruno. Fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear it is too colored. How say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
A dish I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot to little.
Why then the beef? And let the mustard rest.
Say that you shall not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of Brumil.
Then both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why then the mustard without the beef?
Nay then, go get thee gone, thou saluting slave, that feedest me with the very name of meat. Sorrow
fares my Kate? What? Sweeting all amort?
Mistress, what cheer?
Fate, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits, Kate. Look cheerfully upon me. Dear love, thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat myself and bring it thee. I am sure, sweet Kate, such kindness merits thanks. What? Not a word? Nay, then thou lovest it not. And all my pain is sorted to no proof. Here, take away this dish.
I pray you let it stand.
The poorest service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Petruchio, fie! You are to blame. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat it of all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto your gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, let us return unto your father's house. You shall to Baptista's with us, Hortensio. We will go to your father's, even in these honest mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. For 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. And as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so on appeareth in the meanest habits. We will go there straight to feast and sport us at thy father's house. Oh, go and bring our horses to Long Lane End. There we will mount and thither walk afoot. Let me see. I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock. Well, may we come there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you go there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look, what I say or do or think to do, you are still crossing it. Leave it alone. I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Why, this gallant will come out of the sun.
Go in, come on. Go!
Now, sir, this is the house. Pleaseth ye that I call?
Aye, and what else? And but I be deceived, Signor Baptista may remember me, near 20 years ago in Genoa, when we were lodgers at the Pegasus.
'Tis well, 'tis well. And hold your own in any case with such austerity that belongeth to a father.
I warrant you, sir, but here comes your boy. For good he was schooled.
Fear you not him. Now sit down, Bienvenido. Do your duty thoroughly, I advise you. Imagine it were the right Vincent.
Oh, tut, fear not me.
But hast thou done thine errand to Baptista, sir?
I told him your father was in Venice, and you looked for him this day at Padua.
Thou art a tall fellow. Hold thee that to drink. But here comes Baptista now. Sir, set your countenance. Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Sir, this is the man to whom I spoke of you. I pray you, sir, stand good father to me now, and give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Stop, son. Sir, by your leave, having come to Padua together in some debts, my son Lucentio made me acquainted with a weighty cause of love between himself and your daughter. And for the good report I hear of you, and for the love he beareth to your daughter, and she to him, to stay him not too long, I am content in a good father's care to have him matched, and if you please, to like, with but one consent to have her so bestowed. For curious I cannot be with you, Signor Baptista, of whom I hear so well.
Sir, pardon me in what I have to say. Right to it is, your son Lucentio here does love my daughter, and she loveth him. Or, full to simple, deeply her affection. And, if you say no more than this, that, like your father, you deal with him, and pass my daughter sufficient dower, the match is made and all's done. Your son shall have my daughter with consent.
I thank you, sir.
Likes me well. Caviar, hie you home. Bid Bianca make her ready straight. And if you will, tell her
Lucentio's father hath arrived in Padua, and how she'd like to be Lucentio's wife.
Well, I pray the gods she may with all my heart.
Doubly not with God, but get thee gone. Signor Baptista, shall I lead the way? One mess is more like to be our cheer. Come, sir, we'll veterans into thee.
I will follow you.
Cambio!
What sayest thou, Biendello?
Well, you saw my master wink and laugh upon you?
What of that, Biendello?
Oh, faith nothing, but has left me behind to expound the meaning or moral of the signs and tokens.
I prithee, moralize them.
Oh, then thus. Baptista is saved, talking of the deceiving father of a deceitful son.
And what of him?
Well, his daughter is to be brought by you to the church.
And then?
Well, the old priest at St. Luke's church is at your command at all hours.
And what of all this?
I cannot tell, except they are busied about a counterfeit assurance. Will take you assurance of her. Cum credelo added serum solum.
Go to the church. I'll take a priest and a clerk and some sufficient honest witness. Oh, if this be not what you look for, I have nothing more to say. Except, bid Bianca farewell forever and a day.
Hearest thou, Biendello?
I cannot tarry. I knew a wench married in the afternoon when she went to go get parsley to stuff a rabbit. Oh, and so may you, sir. And so I do, sir. My master hath appointed me to go to the church and bid the priest be ready to come against you come with your appendix.
Ha! I may and will that she be so contented. She will be pleased. Then wherefore should I doubt? Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about it. For it shall go hard if Cambio go without it. Ha ha!
Come on, in God's name, once more towards our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun! It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
Oh, I know. It is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon, or star, or what I list, before I journey to your father's house. Go on, bring our horses back, evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Say as he says, or we will never go.
Forward I tread, since we have come so far, and be it moon or sun, or what you please. And if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for Katharina.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then thou liest. It is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed. It is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is. Thus it shall be so for Catherine.
Trucio, go thy ways. The field is won.
Well, forward, I pray, since we have come so far. Thus the bull should run, and not unluckily against the bias. Oh, but soft, stay a while. Company is coming, hither. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? Tell me, Kate, and tell me truly, too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman? Such war of white and rose within a cheek. What stars do spangle heaven, as those two eyes become a heavenly face. Fair maid, once more good day to thee. Embrace her, Kate, for her beauty's sake.
You will make a man mad to make a woman of him.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man whom favorable stars
and not a maiden as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaken eyes that have been so bedazzled with the sun that everything I look on seemeth green. For now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Oh, pardon, I pray thee, for my mad mistaking.
Do, good old friend, sire, and withal make known which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be joyful of thy company.
Ha, there, sir, and you, my merry mistress. That with your strange encounter has much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling Pisa, and I am bound to Padua, there to visit a son of mine for which long I have not seen.
Oh, what is his name, I pray?
Lucentio, fair sir.
Happily met, the happier for thy son, and now by law as well as by reverend age, I may entitle thee my loving father. The sister to my wife, this gentleman, thy son by now hath married. No wonder not, nor be grieved. She is of worthy birth, her dowry wealthy, besides which so qualified as may be seen the spouse of any noble gentleman. Let me embrace with old Vincentio, and warn away to see thy honest son, who will of thy arrival be full joyous.
Is this true, or is it else your pleasure? Like pleasant travelers to bring a jest upon the company you overtake?
I do assure thee, good father, so it is.
Our first encounter hath made thee jealous. Come, let us go and see the truth made hereof.
Well, Petruchio, this has put me in heart. Unto my widow, and if she be froward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Softly and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biendello, but they may have chance to meet thee at home. Therefore leave us.
Oh, nay, Faith, I'll see the church at your back, and then return to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel. Cameo comes not all the while.
Here is the gate. This is Lucentio's house. My father's bears more towards the marketplace. Thither must I, and here I leave you, sir.
Oh, choose not but drink before you go. I command you welcome here, and by all likelihood some cheers poured.
They're busy within, sir. You'd best not louder.
What's he if not, as he would beat down the gate? Is he your Lucentio within? He's within, sir, but not to be spoken with of. Oh, what if a man bring him £100 or two to make merry withal? Keep your £100 to yourself. He shall need none so long as I live.
Nay, nay, I told you your son was well beloved in Padua. Do you hear, sir? To set aside frivolous circumstance, I pray you, tell Signor Lucentio that his father is come from Pisa and is here at the gate to speak with him.
Thou liest! For his father is here, looking at the balcony. Art thou his father? Aye, sir. So his mother says. If I may believe her.
Why, how now, gentlemen? This is flat knavery to take upon you another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believe he is a cousin of someone in the city, under my countenance.
I've seen them in the church together. God sends them good shipping. But who's here? 'Tis my old master Vincentio. We are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, crack him.
I pray I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you fool. What, have you forgot me?
Forgot you? Nay, how now? How could I forget you? For I have never seen you before in all my life.
What? Notorious villain? Hast thou never seen thy master's father, Vincentio?
What? My wishful master Vincentio? Oh, Mary, yes. See how he stares from the balcony?
So indeed. God!
Help! Help!
Come on!
Is a madman will murder me!
Fire then! Let's see now next
Come, stand, stop it. What are you that offer to beat my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you? Oh, immortal gods! Oh, fine a villain! A silken doublet, and
a coat and hat? Oh, I'm undone. I played a good husband at home. My son and my servants spend all the university.
How now, sir? What's the matter?
What is the man, lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by your habits, but your words prove you a madman. Why, sir, what sons it's you if I were pearl and gold? I thank my good father I am able to maintain it.
My father? Oh, villain. This man is a sailmaker in Bergamo.
Oh, you mistake, sir, you mistake.
Oh.
Pray, what do you think is his name?
His name? As if I not knew his name. I've raised him since he was 3 years old, and his name is Cranium.
Away, mad ass! For his name is Vicentio, and he is mine only son and heir to the lands of me, Signor Vicentio.
Vicentio? He had murdered his master. Lay hold on him. I taught you what he was going to do.
Oh, my son.
Come here, villain. What have thou done with my son?
Oh, we are spoiled. And yonder he is. I am, but forswear him. Oh, we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father. My sweet son lives?
Pardon, dear father.
How hast thou offended? But where is Vicentio? Here is Vicentio, right son to the right Vicentio, that has by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
He's backing with the witness to deceive us all.
But is this not my Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Vicentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my stake with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in the town. And at last I am happily arrived into the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to. Therefore pardon him for my sake, sweet father.
Ha! These strange circumstances do well amaze me.
What do you hear, sir? Have you married my daughter without asking my goodwill?
Oh, Signor Baptista, fear not. We will content you. Now go to.
Yes.
Cranium! I would like a word with you.
And I, down to the depth of his knavery. Look not, tell Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
My cake is dough, darling among the rest I hope of all. My share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow and see the end of this ado.
First, kiss me, Kate, and we will.
What? In the midst of the street?
Why, art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir. God forbid. But ashamed to kiss.
Well, then let's home again. Come, sirrah, let's away.
Nay, then, I will give thee a kiss. Now I pray thee, love, stay.
Is not this well? Come, Kate. Better once than never, for never too late. Oh.
And time it is when raging war is done. Despite escapes and perils overblown. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome. Well, I with self-same kindness will welcome thine. Brother Petruchio. Sister Caterina. And thou, Hortensio. Thy loving widow. with the best and welcome to my house. For now, my banquet is to close our stomachs up after our breakfast cheer. Pray you, sit down, sit down. But now we sit and chat as well as you.
Ah, nothing but sit and eat and drink.
Yes. Padua affords us kindness, so Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
Now, for my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replies.
Mistress, how mean you that?
Thus I conceived by him.
Conceived by me, how likes Hortensio that?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you tell me what you meant by that.
Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrows by his wound. And now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, and I mean you.
And I am very mean indeed respecting you.
To her, Kate! To her, widow! 100 marks! My Kate does put her down!
That's my office.
Spoke like an officer! Here's the deal, lad.
How like them all these quick-witted folks. Believe me, sir, they butt together well.
Head and butt, and hasty-witted body would say your head and butt were head and horn.
I, my mistress Bride, have they had a waking you?
I will not frighten you. Therefore I'll sleep again.
Nay! That you shall not! Since you have begun, have at you for a bit of jest or two.
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush, and then pursue me as you draw your bow.
She hath prevented me. Senor Twain.
Sir.
This bird you shot at, though you hit it not, and therefore a help to all that shot and missed.
Oh, sir. Lucentio slipped me like a greyhound that runs for himself and catches for his master.
A good swift simile, but something currish.
'Tis well, sir, that you hunted for yourself. 'Tis thought your dear to hold you at bay.
Petruchio, shady of it now. I thank thee for that bird betrayal.
Confess, hath he not kicked you in?
He has a little gall to me, I confess, but as the jest did glance away from me, 'tis 10-to-1 it maims you two outright.
Now, a good sentence, so Petruchio. I think thou hast a very shrewd boss.
Well, I say no, and therefore, for assurance, let each one send unto his wife, and his that is most obedient, to come when first called, will win the wager which we will propose.
Content. What's the wager?
20 crowns. 20 crowns? So much I'll venture of hawk or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife. 100 then. A match, 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Green Yellow. Bid your mistress something at once.
I go. Son, I'll be your happy officer. I'll have no half, but bear tell myself. How now? What news?
Your mistress sent you word. She is busy. She cannot come.
She is busy and she cannot come. Pray, is that an answer?
Fine, and a kind one too. Pray God, sir, your wife did not say your words.
I hope better.
Signor Theatrical, go and entreat my wife. Come to me with full wit.
Ho ho, entreat, sir. Nay, then she must needs come.
I'm afraid, sir, do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bid you come to her.
Oh, she will not come. Vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sit down, Romeo. Go to your mistress. Say that I command her come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The foul of fortune mine, and there an end. Now, by my holy death, here comes Captain.
Husband, what is your will that you do send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go, bring me them hither. And if they deny to come, swinge me them forth soundly into their husbands. Go, and bring them hither straight. Here's the wonder if you talk of a wonder.
So it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry, peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life, and awful rule, and right supremacy, and to be short, what's not that sweet and happy?
Now, fair befall, be good Petruchio. Thou hast won the wager, and I will add it to the loss of 20,000 pounds. Another gallon to another gallon. Well, she is changed as she has never been.
Nay, I'll win that wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience, her new-built virtue and obedience. Look where she comes, and brings along your froward wives as prisoner to her womanly persuasion. Katrina, that cap becomes you not. Fight off the bauble, throw it underfoot. She will not.
Fine.
Oh! Lord, let me never have cause to cry till I be brought to such a silly pass. Fie, what a foolish duty calls you this.
I would your duty were as foolish too. For the wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 500 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Katrina, here I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, you're mocking. There'll be no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie! Unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes. To whom thy lord, thy king, thy governor, hit not thy beauteous frost do bite the knee. Confound thy fame as whirlwinds shake their buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor both by sea and land, to watch the night in storm, the day in cold. But love, fair looks, and true obedience, too little payment for so great a debt. A woman oweth to her husband, and when she is froward, peevish, sullen, or sour, what is she but a foul contending rebel? offer war where they should kneel for peace, when they are bound to serve and love. But that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts. Place your hands below your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come on and kiss me, Kate.
Well, go thy ways, old lad, for thou shalt have. Ha! 'Tis good hearing when children are torn.
But a harsh hearing when women are growing. Come, Kate, wheel to bed. We three are married, though you two are sped. 'Twas I won the wager, though you hit the white, and being a winner, God give you good night.
Now go thy ways, thou hast tamed a cursed Shrew.
'Tis a wonder by your leave that she has been tamed so.
Here.